What is the worst thing about being skinny? Going to an amusement park and realizing that no one else thinks the seats on the rides are too hard. I was in pain. Clothes never fit well. Whenever the length is good, the width is too much. Whenever the width is good, it's too short. Sometimes even just sitting hurts because there's not enough fat to cushion the bones and they press directly on the nerves. Doorknobs. Why, you ask? Well, I'm skinny and tall, doorknobs are precisely hip height for me. Every so often I'll hit the knob with my hip bone, no fat or anything to protect it. It's like someone kicking your shins, but this is self-inflicted. People assuming that you must be healthy because you're skinny, leading you to cruise on through with all those unhealthy eating habits until you hit your 30s and then whoops, you're not skinny anymore and you can't manage it so well. Source: me. You know when you lay down on your bed, ready to relax and sleep? Well, unless I lay correctly my ribs will start aching, and my hips might too. The worst part of being skinny for me was no one actually looking into why I was skinny and just throwing the anorexic label on me, threatening to shove tubes into me if I didn't just simply eat more, even though eating more would usually just worsen the agony and nausea I got from eating. I am diagnosed with Crohn's disease these days, and that was back when it was at its absolute worst. Harder to maintain body temperature, I get cold way too easily, need to wear thicker clothes than my friends. As a man, when I was too lean, I felt like other men didn't really respect me and some would even try to intimidate me. I went from 150 lbs at 20 to around 190 lbs in my 30s after years of gym, chicken, and beer. Now I feel men will move out of the way more in the street and treat me normally. Less bullshit getting one over on me. As someone who was underweight in my childhood up to my early 20s, and suddenly obese in my 30s. It doesn't matter what weight you are, people will always have something to say about it. But one thing I hated about being skinny, was always being the one to have to sit in the middle seat in the car. As a woman, you can't talk about your body issues. Other women will assume you are bragging or trying to make them feel bad. People feel the need to just fucking pick you up all the time. Put me down. I don't care how strong you are. People think they are entitled to comment on how much I should eat. My metabolism is fast, and it is not easy to gain weight. People tend to forget that skinny shaming is still body shaming, but it often gets overlooked. My partner and I are both skinny. When we are intimate, it often happens that it's just bone on bone, which is not comfortable. Like this morning we were spooning. I was the little spoon. And he had his arm resting on my hip. That's all it takes. There is just no soft cushion between us. In our society it's forbidden to tell someone they are overweight, but it's fine to make comments that I'm too skinny. People feeling obliged to comment on how skinny you are. Somehow it's totally unacceptable to tell someone you're so fat, why don't you just stop eating so much? But to many people it seems totally fine to comment, oh you're so skinny, can't you just eat some more? */***** off, your comments about my body are not welcome. That thing where people make a ring out of their fingers and put it around your forearm to see how much space there is. The long-term problem of low bone density when you get older. Start lifting those weights in your 20s and 30s to maintain good bone density, ladies. As 6'5" person that was and still is a bit skinny. * Clothes do not fit nicely. * Not enough muscles, hard to gain them as well. * Not the strongest. * Insecurity that comes with being different, hard to feel confident if you are nowhere near the ideal body type. * I am tall so not so much, but short skinny person might be easily disrespected. * Annoying comments. I literally can't do anything right when it comes to food, apparently. If I eat anything, everyone loses their shit like where are you gonna put that, or that's a lot of food for your size, or you eat like a bird. But if I skip a meal, suddenly everyone's freaking out about you're so skinny, you should eat something. And then I get called sensitive for being uncomfortable eating in front of people. I have no problem being skinny, the world does. My blood work is great, can bench my own weight, and I'm fairly healthy. It's the stress of the constant teasing and shaming that does the most damage. Layers of clothing / cold hands and feet. Being told have you tried eating, when you express being cold. Asterisk people thinking you're actively deciding to be skinny. Asterisk not having clothes fit properly in certain places. Asterisk having the body of a teenager in my 20s. Asterisk you're so lucky. Not being able to lay down on your side. I literally can't do it anymore. BC my hip bones start to hurt. Being told you need to eat more all the time. It's real tiresome. Also assuming this is what I want. I lost some weight because of illness, I would love to gain it back but it's not easy. Never assume things, and stop commenting on our bodies. People assuming I do drugs. I grew up not having great teeth at all. So bad teeth mixed with being skinny equals constant assumptions I'm an addict. Thank you for this post. It's been a real eye-opener. I'm overweight and have always thought that saying someone is skinny is giving them a compliment, which was my intent. I have always thought that being skinny was such a good thing. This has changed my mind and will absolutely change my behavior. Having to remind yourself to eat because it's night time and you're just now remembering that you haven't eaten all day. Not skinny but underweight. It sucks when you open up about it as a health problem and then get told off for being dramatic and that you're just showing off. I opened up to a close friend about my weight issues. She has a healthy build, and she told me I was trying to make her feel bad about herself. Happened earlier in high school. Distanced myself from her after that. I'm always cold during winter. Every now and then people tells me that I have to eat more, or that I seem sick. In the past I was getting bullied a lot, both from guys, more physical, and girls, more psychological. People either make fun of you or fetishize you. I had a guy asking me how much I eat. That kind of turns me on. That you don't eat much. Fucking weird. He was turned on by me not eating. Thinking that your arms are skinny enough to fit through that narrow gap and you later find yourself stuck. Getting envy and hate from fat people because they're mad they don't have the same discipline as you. Literally every job I've worked at I've had a fat co-worker who just didn't like me and would call me skinny like if it's an insult. LOL. Women shrugging light skin tone. All the clothes shops rarely stock XS or S sizing. Or if they do, they're the first ones to go out if stock. So there's never much choice. Yet there's loads of L, XL and XXL sizing. Well, maybe not the worst, but it's certainly pretty annoying. But people are always commenting on how lucky I am to be so skinny and in shape. No. It's not luck. It's some exercise and a diet that doesn't center around sugary drinks and chips. I've been both skinny and not so skinny over the years. Medical conditions. The worst part is that people treat you better when you're skinny, but you remember how they treated you when you weren't, too. Every compliment or comment is a knife to the heart, knowing that my value as a human is only apparently tied to my weight.